One of the sort of more interesting parts of the human experience is as you kind of live your life, you find that you are perpetually evaluating. You are mentally evaluating positive and negative potentials, outcomes. Do I like this person? Do I like, not like this person? Do I think this is going to be good for me? Do I think this is going to be bad for me? Will it feel good right now? Will it feel good later? That kind of mental noise um, is really important, right? The human experience of evaluation is one that helps us determine our course of action. When it's conscious, it's and evaluated, it's very productive. Meaning, when we look at the decisions we're making and we make them with intention, it's productive. It's when our decision making sort of process or our evaluation process goes haywire and becomes something that happens under our conscious awareness that things get messed up. And so when we talk about, growing ourselves as individuals, it becomes really important to start to try and find those places where you are making unconscious judgments and evaluations. And in the process of doing that, in the process of trying to surface these things, the net positive for you as an individual is you begin to open yourself to opportunities that you may have previously closed off because you've made these conscious evaluations or unconscious evaluations. As you start to look through some of these, the first question, the way you're going to get to that level of awareness where you go, am I making these unconscious judgments or evaluations or not, is you stop and take a moment of reflection and ask yourself, why do I think this way? I don't like this person. Why do I not like this person? Use the other tools that you have at your disposal, the Masonic tools, other symbols, other concepts to help identify some of the mechanics behind the way you think. Now, in the Western vocabulary, particularly in English, we have a lot of prepositions, which helps us think of things in a pretty mechanical way. If your language is not default language of thinking isn't English, let's say you think in music or you think in other terms, some of this will be a little bit harder to do. But when you are sort of cognitively approaching some of these concepts in English, the why and the root cause analysis, why do I feel this way? Why do I think this way? What are the things I was thinking before I made this judgment? Um, Become very kind of easy with the language that we use. So start to do a little bit of a root cause analysis to try and figure out why you feel the way you do or why you think the way you do. And in that process, start to surface some perhaps of the unconscious beliefs that inform your behavior, some of the unconscious identities that you may be working with. I may identify as somebody who believes a certain way and have never examined that belief set really beyond that identity. So as you start to do this, you'll begin to sort of recapture conscious control of your behavior, of your inputs, your systemic inputs. And before evaluating them, do a little bit of a meta evaluation to say, hey, do I always look down on people that are in this socioeconomic status or in this profession or in this, demographic or, have this skin color or have this belief set? Do I always look at these people in a way that has this negative or, positive evaluation? Again, the mission here is to try and become conscious of those decisions before they turn into behaviors that might lead you down a path that's not productive for yourself or for society at large, depending, of course, on your scope and how much you want society at large to succeed. Hopefully, it's a lot. And hopefully, in the process of going through this, you'll be able to objectify this thinking in a way that you can then re-internalize it and then make it unconscious again. If you don't want to think about it, that's okay, so long as you've made the conscious decision to embed that in your sort of day-to-day thinking. In this process, you're going to essentially elevate your capabilities every time you do it. Reevaluate all of your preferences, reevaluate all of your decisions from time to time, and you'll find that process helps you become a better and stronger person.